celebrated theory is still the source of great controversy.
A good architecture wants structure should be useful, durable, and beautiful.
A group of meeting will be held tomorrow in the library conference room. A number of students have volunteer jobs. Affordable housing is an important issue for all members of society.
Agenda items should be submitted by the end of the day.
All dissertations must be accompanied with a submission form.
Our view is that educational reforms have been inadequately implemented. All industries are a system of inputs, processes, outputs, and feedback. All of the assignments must be submitted in person to the faculty office. All of your assignments are due on Wednesday.
All students are expected to attend 10 lab sessions per semester. Although sustainable development is not easy, it is an unavoidable responsibility. Americans have progressively defined the process of plant growth and reproductive development in quantitative terms. An ancient text may hold secrets which were lost centuries ago.
The archaeologist's new discovery stands out in previous overlooked foundations.
An introduction is an essential element of presentation.
The assignments should be submitted to the department before the deadlines.
Attracting skilled workers to the city with expensive housing is hard.
Before attending the classes, you must register online or by post.
Before submitting your dissertation, your advisor must approve your application. Behind the group, there is a flat cart drawn by mules. Climate change is now an acceptable phenomenon among a group of reputable scientists.
Clinical placements in nursing prepare students for professional practice.
Conferences ought to be always scheduled 2 weeks in advance. Consumer confidence has a direct influence on sales.
Radio is a popular form of entertainment throughout the world.
Daily practice can build confidence and improve skills. Demand and supply are fundamental elements of economics.
The economic strength of early Roman Republic will be examined.
Economic status of early Roman Republic will be examined. Educational level is found to be related to social and economic backgrounds.
Everyone must evacuate the premises during the fire drill.
Many experts think that the world climate is constantly changing in the world.
Graduates from this course typically find careers in financial sector.
He landed a job in a very prestigious law firm.
He was regarded as the foremost economist at his time. Human beings compete with other living things for resources and space.
I thought it was through the small meeting room. If finance is a cause of concern, scholarships may be available.
If you need additional help, visit the Student Resource Center.
Important details in the article are missing from the summary. It is absolutely vital that you acknowledge all your sources. It is really a comprehensive program covering both theory and practice. Library reference desks hold a lot of materials on academic history.
Listening is the key skill needed to succeed in this course.
Making a mistake is fine, as long as you learned from it. Many birds migrated to the warmer areas for winter. Medical researchers have focused on the different treatments and diseases. Most critics agreed with the new theory, but a few disagreed. Most of the features were part of the previous system.
Speed is defined as how quickly an object or a person moves.
Newspapers are supported primarily by the sales of advertising space. Our professor is hosting the Business Development Conference. Nurses specialize in clinical work and management. Packaging is very important to attract the attention of a buyer.
Peer group pressure has a significant effect on young people.
Plants are the living things that can grow on land or in water. Please remember to bring a highlighter and your textbook to class next Thursday. Remember, the prestigious selection has strict eligibility criteria. Scientists are always asking the government for more money. Some economists argue that the entire financial system is fatally flawed. Some people argue that education is not that important.
While some people regard it as care, the others regarded it as reckless.
Some students find true or false questions are harder than short answer questions.
You are advised to use multiple research methods for this project.
Students requiring for an extension should apply sooner rather than later. Students were instructed to submit their assignments by Friday.
The synopsis contains the most important information.
Protective clothing must always be worn in the laboratory.
The application process may take longer than it's expected.
The artists tied to conservative politicians earned the roles of critics.
The assessment of this course will begin next week. The author's previous works are more theoretical and less experimental. The book was supported by many faculty members. The business policy seminar includes an internship with a local firm. The campus tour will help you to get familiar with the teaching facilities. The city's founder created a set of rules that became the law.
The Commissioner will apportion the funds among all the sovereignties.
The Earth's atmosphere is primarily composed of oxygen and nitrogen gases.
Sugar is a compound including carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen atoms.
The exam application system has been upgraded due to professional exams.
The faculty staff are very approachable, friendly, and extremely helpful. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. The garden behind the university is open to the public in the summer. The history of the university is a long and interesting one. The human being competed with each other for resources and space. The island is located at the south end of the bay. The key difference between courses is the kind of assessment. The lecture tomorrow will discuss the educational policy in the United States. The most popular courses still have a few places left.
Scientists were unsure when the early men first left Africa.
The nation achieved prosperity by opening its ports for trade.
New media has transformed the traditional national boundaries.
The plight of local wildlife has been ignored by developers.
The qualification will be assessed by using a conference criterion to approach.
Renovation works are currently undertaken throughout the whole building.
A series of lectures showed economics have been recorded. The theme of the instrumental work exhibits more of a demure compositional style. The time of the math lecture has been changed to 10:30. The university library has most of the necessary books. The university theater group will be performing in the concert hall.
The untapped potential of using sun rays is phenomenal.
Resources and materials are on hold at the library reference desk. The ways in which people communicate are constantly changing.
There are some doubts about whether these events actually occurred.
This morning's lecture on economic policy has been cancelled.
Traffic is the main cause for pollution in many cities.
Tribes vied with each other to build monolithic statues.
Understanding how to use the library will save your time.
University departments carefully monitored articles and other publications by faculty.
University fees are expected to increase next year.
Water filters on the campus will discourage the unnecessary use of plastic bottles.
We cannot consider increasing the price at this stage.
We have sophisticated ways of studying the brain in action.
You need to hand in an essay next semester.
We study science to understand and appreciate the world around us.
You were able to contact a number of research subjects.
Years of training is required to become a medical specialist. In this language course, we focus on fluency and accuracy. Students are encouraged to monitor their own attendance. The ability to work with fellow students cannot be stressed enough.
The summer course is cancelled due to insufficient enrollment.
There are many different types of governments in the world.
There is a welcome party for all new students each team.
Every student has to both write and the ability to succeed. Please click the logo above to enter the site.
The subject was complex and difficult to explain.
Students attempting to go to the conference must register now.
The poster of this play is hung in the large lecture theatre.
Some people are motivated by competition, while others prefer to collaborate.
We have not yet achieved equality in our society. The designers will complete the plan later today.
The course will help students to improve their pronunciation skills.
The professor took 1 year off to work on her book.
The university should have invested in new technology to support learning.
They developed a unique approach to training their employees.
An architect is required to have problem-solving skills and an eye of design.
Strangely, people are spontaneously impressed by and are skeptical about statistics.
You need to put these books on the table over there.
Food containing ample calories provides little or no nutritional value. The notification will not be received until the following week.
Muscle cells bring parts of the body closer together. Being bilingual is not necessarily having the ability to analyze the language. Journalism faces the crises in the light of the digital revolution. More graduate training is often needed after the university study is finished.
Good nutrition is crucial to general health and vitality.
Food has become a political issue in the world.
As student union members, you can influence and change our university.
Time and distance are used to calculate speed.
We can all meet at my office after the lecture.
Too much information may be avoided by good research design.
A laptop computer has been found in the biology lab.
Graphs and charts allow data more easily to be understood. The department has organized a trip to London in July. Statistically speaking, the likelihood of the result is extremely low. The area has a number of underwater habitats and species.
Measures must be taken to prevent the unemployment rate from increasing.
Momentum is defined as a combination of mass and velocity.
Request for late submissions will not be accepted under any circumstances.
Students should leave their bags on the table by the door. The North Campus car park could be closed on Sunday. Animal and plant cells have a number of structures in common. Salt is produced from the seawater or extracted from the ground.
International exchange form the important part of our study program. Blue whales are the largest mammal that have ever lived.
The bus for London will leave 10 minutes later than planned.
Make sure you choose a course that provides a great career opportunities.
Archaeologists discovered tools and other artifacts near the ancient tombs. Continuing students will be sent the necessary application forms.
Manufacturing now brings more people in than agriculture and fishing combined. Students who study overseas can significantly improve work chances. The shipwreck of this year ruined some artifacts which were interested by historians.
We no longer respond to any post-reference requests.
You must hand in your essays by midday on Friday. Plants are able to continue growing throughout their lives.
It is important to make clear notes when you are reading.
Artists need to make their works both original and accessible. This problem is complex and difficult to explain.
The very basic feature of computing would be counting and calculation.
Muscles bring parts of the body close together. Your ideas are encouraged to be debated in seminars and tutorials. Default designed packages are likely to be used for most computers.
Academic libraries across the world are steadily incorporating social media. Designers need to keep up with the social trend. You will be tested via quiz and dissertation. New developments and manufacturing are constantly changing the way we live. Marine environment has been destroyed by pollution and unsustainable development.
Trees benefit the city by soaking up the rainwater that runs off the roads. Many diseases that were once serious have now been irritated.
The advanced course requires a basic knowledge of economic theory.
The Northern Campus car park is located behind the library.
There is an accounting assessment for finance students.
New materials and techniques are changing the style of modern architecture.
Please return the reference book to the correct position on the table.
There will be a chemistry test in the classroom next week. We should never underestimate the power of creative design.
Psychologists say what we have experienced influences our behaviors.
Auditions for the university choir will be held next week.
Relying on natural abilities will not get you far in science.
Many university lectures can now be viewed on the internet.
Linguistics is the scientific study and analysis of language.
The government is funding research study on the consequences of unemployment.